Hey, what's up, everybody? So, welcome to Nine Vibes. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of just training via the board. It's a lot easier to explain things when you can actually see them. All right, so what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about your seven chakras. We're going to talk about what they are representing, and we're going to talk about how it applies to astrology. Thanks to some really amazing pioneers, such as Bill Donahue, Bruce Lipton, to name a few. We've been able to put this picture together. So let's go ahead and jump in. So, first thing we're going to talk about is what are chakras, okay? So let's go ahead and just... Alright, so what are chakras? Chakras are metaphysical representations of very physical nodes inside of your body. All right, and the way that works is basically you are electricity, you are energy, and it's constantly running through your body. And so your chakras, a great way to explain this would be your chakras are resistors. They slow the energy or they speed up the energy as it runs through your body. So you have 7 different chakras. You have your root chakra, right? Located at the very, if you were to go ahead and put your hands on your hips, about a inch and a half or so below that is where your root chakra is. Okay, that's called your S2. It's beyond even your spine. It's actually all the way down to the bottom and a little bit further. So just to give you an example, that's where your root chakra is at. The next one that you have is your sacral chakra. And your sacral chakra is going to be located just above that, basically in the center of you. And then you have your solar plexus. Your solar plexus chakra is going to be located in your stomach. That's the best way to put it. It is responsible for digestion. It is responsible for your pancreas. Next, you move into your heart chakra. Heart chakra is going to be located at your heart, also connected to your thymus. Then you have your throat chakra, which is connected to your throat and your thyroid. Then you have your third eye chakra, which is connected to your pineal gland and your pituitary gland. And then you have your crown chakra that is located at your hypothalamus at the top of your head. Okay, so these are the 7 chakras that you have, and make no mistake, they are resistors. So this right here is a charge of electricity that moves up your body, and so it hits the root. The root's color is red. Okay, and the reason that the color is red is because it has the most amount of resistance that it's going to run into. Your root chakra is the start of your journey, and so therefore the frequency is the longest, slowest, and the least amount of energy that is running through your body. Okay, that's at the root chakra. When you get to the sacral chakra, you get into the color orange. Okay, and that's still very slow, but it's a little bit faster and it's a little bit shorter. Then you get into yellow, which is your solar plexus. Okay, it's starting to move a little bit faster, a little bit shorter, more energy to it. Then you get into your heart, which is green. All right, starts to move a little bit faster. That frequency is picking up. It is also shorter. Then you get into your throat, which is blue. Okay, much faster, much shorter. You get into your third eye, which is indigo. If you don't know that color, look it up. It's an awesome color. It gets even shorter and faster. And then you're at crown, which is the fastest, shortest frequency. And it has the most amount of energy. Okay, so this is a process that you're going through when it comes to energy running up your body. Now, this is not only about energy running in your body, this is also astrology. Because what you will see here is that you start at the root here, and by the time you get to the crown or get into the third eye, you're getting into Aries. You're getting into the ram. Because if you were to look at the brain from a top position, basically, right, we're split into two, you're going to see almost like ram horns at the third eye. And so you're getting into Aries, okay? And once you get into Aries, then that energy moves off to the right hand. If you've ever seen Baphomet or any of those images where you have different gods, different deities that are holding up their right hand, it is not about the right hand of God, although that's a representation. It is about getting into the sun. It is about getting into summer, because once you hit Aries and you move off to the right, you then end up hitting summer and the cycle starts all over again. Okay, if you really want to learn about this, get into Aries. Also represents the lamb. All right, what is the lamb? The lamb is Jesus. Okay, so the moment that you end up getting Jesus into your life, that you bring Jesus into your life, and it doesn't have to be Jesus, it can be any representation of Jesus. You have Muhammad, you also have Buddha, you have Krishna, you have different representations of Jesus, but it's an understanding that once you hit this point right here, you move off to the right hand side, you move off to the east, right? Because that's where all of this religion is at. You move off to the east, and it's a representation of that's where your energy is going to go, and it's going to bring in summer. And the reason that's so important is because we live in cycles. We're constantly living in cycles, and so when you can master a cycle, you can start to master and predict life. All right, that is an example of that. So basically, you start off with your root chakra, you move into your sacral chakra, up into your solar plexus chakra, then into your heart chakra. I've done a video on your heart chakra if you want to know exactly how that works. Then you get into your throat chakra, where you speak your truth with kindness, with love, and with compassion. Then you get into the third eye chakra, where you project what you want to see in this reality, right? Now that you've decided to be on a spiritual journey, now it's about connecting to that and actually projecting that reality into your life. Moving into the crown. If your crown is unblocked, okay, and this is in Revelations, okay, what does it say? It says that no one can unlock these 7 seals, okay? That's what they are in Revelations. These are 7 seals, and nobody can unlock them except for the Lion of Judah, the tribe of Judah, the very top at this point. Because if you do not have fear in your life, if you have taken, just like Bill Donahue says, if you have taken the Star of David and brought it into your life and decided to take ownership, responsibility, to be kind, to be a leader, then when you reach this level, if you do not have fear blocking you, you move off to the right and you hit the sun, which is going to then bring you all the energy you need. Because the reality is that everything that you have in this life came from the sun. And that's what they were showing you. That is why Jesus has 12 disciples. All right? That is why Joseph had 12 brothers. That is why the representation of 12 is so prevalent in the Bible. You know, the 12 tribes of Judah, 12 times 12 is 144,000 for the New Jerusalem. There's a lot of information that ties to 12, and it's because it's talking about your zodiacs, your 12 zodiacs. All right? And if you were to get into the precession of the equinox, which is 25,920 years, okay, and you take 25,920, all right, 920, and you divide that by 12, you end up with 2,160. 2,160 is the moon's diameter. All right, 2,160 miles. You also have 2,160 is the total amount of degrees in a cube. Okay, so there's a lot of information that's all tied together here, but the general consensus is that these are your 7 chakras, and they are responsible for the energy, the electricity that is running through your body. They are resistors, okay? And when they are damaged, when they are blocked, when they are not working, you cannot get to the next one and the next one. You have an illusion of what it looks like to have a healthy relationship, but if you have not worked through your root chakra, if you have not walked through your Red Sea like Moses did, you have an illusion of what a healthy relationship looks like. You have an illusion of what your body looks like when it is healthy. You have an illusion of what it looks like to love people and to project that love out in the world. You have an illusion of what it is like to speak your truth with kindness. How many people have you met who say, I don't care if they can take it or not take it, this is my truth? That's not truth with kindness. Truth with kindness is used specifically in that manner so that when you tell someone something, there isn't something between you two that blocks the information and the knowledge. It's not your knowledge. It never is. Every single person who has ever reached this level of understanding this stuff, who has understand 3, 6, and 9, who has understood what Tesla was saying, who has understood what Jesus is saying, understands this is not our knowledge. It is given to us, and it is given to us to share. Okay? And so that's how you end up receiving this knowledge. And the first place that you can be in to actually start receiving is to humble yourself and realize it's not about you. It's never about you. You're the vessel. The knowledge flows through you. And that is what Jesus was talking about. That is what the Bible is talking about when it is talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this up real quick. Okay, so that is what the stone, the water, and the wine is in the Bible. Okay, so for instance, we know that Jacob laid upon a stone and he saw God in Peniel. Okay, and so again, we're talking about the pineal gland at that point. So Jacob has basically, and if you want to learn about Jacob and his ladder, you can do some research on that. It's all about the spine. It is all about the oil or the cerebral spinal fluid. I'll do a video on it later. But Jacob laid his head on a stone, saw God in a place called Peniel. Okay? So, Peniel. So you have a stone, and then you have a place called Peniel, and then you have he received knowledge. Okay? Who else did it? Well, Moses did. Moses hit his staff on a stone or a rock, depending on how you want to say it, and water flowed. Okay, so what is that saying? What it's actually saying is that both of these are talking about the exact same thing. The stone is the representation of your third eye. Okay, the water is a representation of what you receive when you touch the third eye. Okay, I have a lot of people who ask me this, so I'm going to make it very clear. When it comes to Kundalini awakenings, when it comes to your third eye, when it comes to these things, there is no moment that you're going to wake up and realize that you're enlightened. Okay, it doesn't work that way. And in fact, those who have mastered the walk that I am actually talking about will tell you that they are always students of life. That enlightenment was never the goal. It was to retain enough information to be content exactly where you are. To know that no matter what is happening around you, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Okay, that's what true enlightenment is. It's that no matter what is going on in your world, you are appreciative, you are joyful, and you are loving. Okay, which also would bring on compassion, kind, and trustworthy. Okay, so that's what it is talking about. Now, so when you hit the stone, the water flows. When you touch the third eye, however it is that you do it, whether it's through meditation, which I am a big believer of, whether it's through charging your water with intent, which is another level of meditation, whether it is through looking at the gear or focusing on the calendar, the 3, 6, 9, 9 vibes calendar, whether it's reading the Bible, the Kabbalah, the Zohar, the Kibalion, any of these things will start to touch your third eye. It will start to get you to think about things differently. And once you get to that place, then the information starts flowing through you. Okay, a lot of us call it downloads. Some people call it just receiving the message. Some people will even call it angels, as in angles of light, of data, of information. No matter what it is that you call it, when you touch the third eye, information flows. All right? So the next step, of course, then would be to bring in Jesus, who turned water to wine. What did he do? He took the information. He took the knowledge that was flowing through him and he turned it into something that every single person at the party could enjoy. He turned it into something that every single person at their level of vibration could enjoy, could understand. Okay? That's water to wine. And when you actually look at the numbers in it, there's a lot of really cool correlations between the fact that when you multiply them, you end up exactly with 1,440. Okay? There are 1,440 minutes in a day. So it's showing you that you have a day to make decisions. You have a day. Choose ye this day. Every single day is a new chance for you to do things differently. If you messed up the day before, do it differently the next day. If you messed up the hour before, do it differently the next hour. Time is an illusion, but you will live and die by time if you don't learn to master it. Okay? All right. One last thing I'm going to show you real quick. So I think this is a great representation of... hold on a second. All right. Stop there real quick.